As he has before, the president expressed his thoughts on the subject bluntly.
We're taking people out of the country. You wouldn't believe how bad these people are. These aren't people. These are animals.
Well, if anything, that's a mild description. Dogs are animals, and a lot of them sleep on the bed. You wouldn't want to be anywhere near MS-13. They traffic in drugs, weapons, and human beings. But the president said, quote, Trump lashed out at undocumented immigrants during a White House meeting, calling those trying to breach the country's borders animals. Over at Jeff Bezos' vanity publication, The Washington Post, there was this, quote, Trump evokes an ugly history of dehumanization. So the president is a Nazi for criticizing a violent street gang. Newspapers haven't been this yellow since they started the Spanish-American War. For her part, over at the House, Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi raced to the nearest microphone to defend the dignity of MS-13. Watch this.
We're all God's children. There's a spark of divinity in every person on earth. And so when the President of the United States says about undocumented immigrants, these aren't people, these are animals, you have to wonder, does he not believe in the spark of divinity, the dignity and worth of every person?
Oh, fucking hell, Nancy. That is amazing. I don't have a better description for it. And this was because a bunch of the newspapers, as Tucker showed, just cut off the fact that he was talking about this MS-13 gang, which is an international criminal organization that is just widely considered to be the worst gang in the entire world. And I mean, like USA Today, Donald Trump is right. They are animals. They just commit these gratuitous acts of violence. And it's the video of mutilated bodies was sent to a girlfriend of one of the victims. Wow, whoa. Let's talk about the spark of divinity of the people who did that, shall we, Nancy? Like, what the fuck? These people seem really horrible, Nancy. You know, they're all God's creatures, I suppose, but God doesn't seem to have been paying too much attention sometimes, does he? She was walking home on an evening when niece, her basketball teammate, one day shy of her 16th birthday, when MS-13 members spotted them and attacked with a machete and baseball bats. A large butcher knife, a bloodstained baseball bat, and 3 9mm handguns were also found in the car. Wow. I can see why he wants a fucking wall. These are the worst people you can imagine. And, I mean, he's not saying they're not humans, really. When he's saying they're animals, he's saying they act like animals. I mean, if they were just animals, they'd just be shot on sight, wouldn't they? They wouldn't be arrested and charged. I'm assuming that they still charge people in America. But yeah, this whole thing was just an embarrassment for the left. Like, there are some times when standing on the principle that all immigrants are beautiful is just not appropriate. I don't know why the left just won't stop. Stop being ridiculous. That's what you need to do. Stop being zealots. Like, it's okay to criminalize some illegal immigrants. I mean, I think that they should all be treated as criminals, but they're not all like this. You know, a lot of them are people who have just tried their luck, and they should just be sent home. No harm, no foul. You didn't make it. You know, maybe you should try getting in properly. But, like, people like this, stuff actually needs to be done, doesn't it? And yeah, as someone pointed out, humans are technically animals, so, you know, if we want to get our fedoras out. In 2013, 2 gang members beat and hacked a 16-year-old Houston teen to death using bats and machetes. Oh, I mean, if you didn't notice, they are famous for their machete attacks. They almost decapitated him. Fucking almost. That's awful. Both killers were sentenced to 35 years in prison. So this is the verified lefty journo in question that has found himself buzzing with Trump supporters, I suppose. I would rather my daughter dated a member of MS-13 than a member of the Republican Party. He's being a dick. He doesn't actually mean that. I mean, he says, I don't have a daughter, you idiots. Obviously. He looks like a fucking incel, doesn't he? The chuds are mad at me again. Well, dude, like, have you seen our fucking mentions when we say something like there are only 2 genders? Like, do you understand that annoying, buzzing activists are the norm on Twitter for every political persuasion? I guess you just don't see your own sides. Trump says cancer is awful, destroys humans, and we should fund charities, reports media. House Democrats in a bold move to defend cancer as good measure of population control